I'm going to start recording.
Oh.
Start spinning. That is going to be
Great
a
second.
5, a 4, 3, 2, a 1. And welcome, everybody, to another episode of Oxford Liver and Dice. I'm here with the Amber family. Hello, family. This is episode 37.
I'm gonna try again.
I failed the first time. I decided to follow through. So if you are on the captions only, prepare for confusion. Anyway, speaking of confusion, what happened last
Chaos ensued. Initially, as B team met up with A team, and there was a quick little conversation about what's happened, that the things have been done, and then B team ran off to go give Claude an update. So then we proceeded forward based off some reconnaissance that was done between Penny, Miyoshi, and Penny and Miyoshi. We sent Demolus to the golems. He was holding up a mirror. Once he was within 5 feet of them, they still had not done anything, as they had not seen us. Penny tells them to sleep, and they do, because she's got the golem tome of Picasserie. So, we proceed to enter into room 112. It is a mostly empty room. There is a silver gate and a very old woman sitting at a table with some old tomes. Lenosa herself looks up at us. We ask, where is Singh and Richard? And she says, the first and second heirs of the house are getting their birthright. After a moment, we kind of spread out amongst the room, and battle ensues. We are eventually able to kill her, and we hear a laugh from Jacko Chains as he welcomes her to hell. As Lenosa fell and began to disintegrate, she dropped her... Oh, no, sorry. Based off some of the actions within combat, Lenosa dropped her family signet ring. Mio picks it up and puts it on, because as we hear, there is stomping coming from outside, and a giant amber golem walks into the room. Mio tells it to sit, and it does. So good news, we were not attacked by a giant golem made of amber. We then head to room 109. It is a study. There are vials in the room. Chests have been opened. This room has been ransacked, and chained in a cage, in one of the 4 cages, is the real Andrew Amber himself. He is very human looking and very uncomfortable. In the other 2 cages, there are 2 ghouls that are currently alive. They are in bridal gowns and look somewhat like Lenosa. In the other one, there's a wax golem being made into Lenosa. And I'm specifically glossing over gross things. That was in the last one.
Yeah.
We have a conversation, and we are able to get Richard out. We find he's been down here for 10 years. We do learn, and you'll want to pay attention to this. We do learn that this place was not necessarily impacted by the Eldritch curse.
Okay.
Enochian
curse.
sorry, thank you, the Enochian curse, because he has no idea about the curse whatsoever. He is still human and has all of his humanoid faculties and doesn't know anything about anybody not looking humanoid or having weird things happening to them. So we give him a little bit of a heads up, and then we get him upstairs. And so he is with Claude and Mary Helen. We find out that Miyoshi's able to use the ring similar to how everybody else has, so she contacts Claude and says, hey, we found the real Andrew. He's on his way. He doesn't know about the curse, so heads up. We did find 2 documents or books. We found one on soul weaving and one on chronomancy. We did find some secrets. We found out that Gemma was killed by Richard, and we have the evidence for that. So Gemma Amber was killed by Richard. Richard is indeed, and we have the proof for it, a family killer person. So he cannot be heir for that. We also learned, We also learned that Jack could only harvest after the 5th generation of Ambers was born. Turns out, Lendosa Amber was trying to have Richard take over the timeline. He could not have kids. She used soul magic to create children between herself and Richard. Yep. She did have some luck in creating a semi-homunculi. She impregnated Janet Amber with Lucas, who was, when born, the 5th generation. He was created using soul magic, and has soul fragments from Wilhelm Amber himself. We did not learn how she collected his soul. Back in the room with the gate, we do see a map of Averoin. B team, all of the siblings, is my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Catch up, and all of us are here. We are ready to open the gate. We have a sufficient number of keys. We in-game time, it is noon. After we were able to take a short rest. So we are in room 112. In-game time is noon, and we are ready to enter the gate. We did not want to do so until all players were present. So that is where we are at. If there's anything we wanted to do or change or do, handle first. So there is that information.
That thing is yours.
So this is where I catch back up with you.
Yeah, all of a sudden Vetter comes running in. My God, you missed it.
You missed it.
Come in.
She holds up her hand with Lenosa's ring. She's dead. She's gone. I'm sorry. We
Punch her
couldn't
in the
wait.
face for you.
We punched her in the face a lot.
Little brother, we did it for you.
And now we have Bob. She gestures to the giant golem. I did just now, yes. And Tamir came too. Or Torlin. She's gone.
I'm both relieved and angry.
But we can go kill Richard still. He's a family member killer. What's the
Kinslayer,
Kinslayer? Thank you. Don't know why that's the word that escaped my brain.
right?
Kinslayer. And we have proof. You ready to go kick some lion ass? That works on multiple levels. I feel like everybody should appreciate that.
I would hate and appreciate it.
I'm gonna
You're welcome.
sit down. He literally just plops down in place going, and he has this look of utter.
Like Inigo
His-
after
his-
they killed the six-fingered man.
His body is both showing signs of intense blood rage, anger, and existential relief, and it doesn't know which to do.
Yeah, Sebastian walks over and puts his hand on his shoulder.
It very much looks like he's starting to kind of shut down a little because his brain is trying to do two very opposite things.
Will you allow me to help?
I don't know if he could resist right now.
She'll put calm emotions on you. She'll cast calm emotions.
Okay, he would initially he would resist because he's doesn't. I don't know if he has full control right now.
That's fine.
I don't have a dice thing, so this is going to be loud for a second. No, not as loud as I thought.
Charisma.
Okay, since we haven't
DC
since we haven't left yet.
Right. I know I had to go back.
1 second. What save is it?
Charisma.
Charisma? 16.
That is the DC.
All right, so he's sitting there still just.
I can't do it again. I'm sorry. She'll pet your fur and kind of scratch behind the ear. Does that help?
Hmm?
Sebastian's right there too. Just sitting with him. Is Torlin back as well?
Torland isn't in this game.
Oh,
but
you're-
Temir is.
Your name says
That's fine.
toilet.
Your
Yeah.
screen says Torlin.
Ah, sorry. I'll fix
It's
it.
fun name.
Would it make you feel better if I
I said
gave
Ray,
a
so I
pickle
expect
in front of your face?
Do you pull out a pickled herring and start waving it?
I'm holding the jar. Like,
You don't open
He
it.
starts looking
yet,
a
no.
little green around the gills on
Mio-
top of everything.
Mio's like, I'm out. I'm gonna go sit with Bob. So she goes and climbs in Bob's lap. I'm not kidding you on that. Good Bob.
God, you want a fish?
Is confusion a condition?
Probably.
I would say yes.
It is now.
He's actually gonna grab on to the staff of lesser his staff of healing, and he's gonna cast lesser restoration on himself because he is very much incapacitated with the inability to feel both of these emotions at the same time.
Yeah. You cast step 1 of the 12 steps in AF.
He does. And you see him start calming a little bit, and he's just. I mean, I need to ask well, this is going to be a question I'm going to have to wait until this is over with. I'm going to have to ask a priest of one of the priests about that, whether or not I can say my vengeance pact was completed. Otherwise, I get to go to hell. Oh well, let's do this.
I feel like this is information you should have shared a while ago.
Oh yeah. Made a vengeance pact with my god.
We could have
Technically, she's dead, so
Your god is dead?
You made a vengeance
No,
pact to make
Lenosa.
sure she became dead. You never said you had to do it yourself.
Correct.
This is what family does.
I mean, I said I would kill her.
You did. Through us.
She's dead.
Congratulations.
By proxy.
You're welcome.
Part of the reason I gotta ask
You
the
say that-
priest. Because I think it's fulfilled, but I'm not sure.
Mio will ask, who's your god?
Okay, my brain just went.
Twitter, isn't
Or
it?
is that your other one?
Hey,
That's the other
Skyler,
one. Yeah?
you might want to download that Google Drive copy of the TOV character sheet because I can see everything that Vetter has.
Oh, I downloaded it already.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you filled it out online, but you didn't delete it.
Yeah,
Can I do that?
yeah, you can delete it. I've finished with it.
It's on the his sheet. Make sure
No,
that-
I'm just deleting the information on the sheet.
Oh God. Amber Family Lexicon. No, not last will. Where's the Glacier Gods?
It's on the God. There's a gods document.
It's okay. You can just say god name. and that's
God
fine.
name. Sorry.
Can I roll a religion check to see if I think that his vengeance pact is fulfilled?
Yeah.
Because it's very much the Viking society and their
25.
religion.
25. All right.
I mean, Mio's been studying religions for
Yeah,
whole life.
There's a chance you actually know.
I might.
Let me see. The Villa God sheet is on the base area within it. We look at
Villa Gods.
the
I like that.
Neanderthalian
Villa
religion. Which one is it? Is it God or was it? Was it?
It would have been the All Father like figure. In
Oh,
I can't
so
remember his
the
name.
God of War.
Yeah.
Elion. No. Should be associated with theater and music. All right, so he's very Zeus-like. Okay.
So great.
Known for placing challenges before immortal villains. But with a 25,
25.
he is very much about theater. He is a dramatic character. Since you have not been able to personally get vengeance, the vengeance escalates. Who would be the next person?
Richard.
So now you have to do Richard. If you don't do Richard, it escalates again.
So sing.
The challenge only becomes greater.
Yeah.
So I mean, technically it's still there, but it just means it's redirected to the next target. So Richard. So, which, I mean, hey, Kinslayer already. It doesn't count if you kill him. I mean, it doesn't count against you if you kill him. Like, win-win all around.
Does that make sense, Tony?
All right. I can make that happen.
Can he kill him without brute force because of the vow he's taken?
No, nothing will absolve you from being a kinslayer.
Okay, Sebastian says exactly that. Whoa, nothing involves information. We capture him, we bring him back, let the family hang.
What? Then it's on everybody?
No. Then it's justice through a system, not murder.
That's fair.
Great, because killing Lenosa, she was already dead. And she killed family.
She didn't count. She was never part of the family to begin with.
Technically, if we complete this, have Richard captured, we can judge him right there on the spot, and I'll Blood Eagle him.
Do we have the time?
Again, we would need
Again with the murdering thing.
No. Blood Eagling is a form of justice.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think you read a book about that.
To note,
Sebastian was horribly unconvinced.
Sebastian, you're convinced because you understand the law. Yes, in Netodron that'd be cool, but we're talking about Carthalian lineage and nobility.
Right. Here in Carthel, that's not going to fly.
But we're not going to be
No,
in
it's a
Carthel.
blood eagle. It's not supposed to fly.
We're not going to be in
God damn it,
Carthel.
Justine.
We're going to be in a whole new place. And if he does a Blood
That has
Eagle
to bring
there,
justice back to here.
no,
The laws of here would apply, even if we're there.
no, the laws of Averoin apply.
To this, it doesn't.
So is blood eagling allowed in that village?
Yeah, because he's technically like a missionary.
Technically, execution for a kinslayer, would that fly?
I mean, that's yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
No, we haven't.
He looks at me like, who are you?
So you're saying that people who commit kinslaying are allowed to just live on?
No.
They are executed.
Here, it's the justice of the family.
And I said, if we complete this, we are the head of the family.
We need to show them that we're head of the family before we go committing murder because we're the head of the family. In order to become head of the family, we have to come back here with the proof that we completed the mission.
We have the proof that Richard's a kinslayer, though. We already have that.
It doesn't change anything. Tony, Sebastian's got the right of this, right?
No, you do have the right on that.
He's looking at Damalis and Tamir and Penny for like, go back up here.
I've been backing you up.
No, that's not back. What you learned from Ursula?
Yes.
Excuse me?
Excellent.
Did you just insult my
Yes.
dead sister?
Yes, I did actually. She was very nice. And I loved her very much.
It wasn't nice at all, but that's
she would have done what I
She was
suggested.
right through it. Yeah.
And she wouldn't have went for justice. She would have just did
Doing a Notre Dame pen in there.
it.
Especially since we learned that he can't father children anyway, so he doesn't need those. They're just ornamental.
He doesn't need those.
You know what?
They're
You know what?
Just ornamental.
No, this is what I'll do. We will bring him back for justice. If he doesn't fight to the point where we have to kill him because it's him or us.
So
I will then bring back my sister. And when he is then fully accused of being a kinslayer, I will let her blood eagle him for execution.
Here, back in the building. Absolutely correct. Yes, that is the order of events.
What?
We bring him back here. We show it to the family that we've completed the quest. Then we show to the family that we have found him to be a kinslayer. Then we revive your sister. Then she can do it however she wants to. If she wants to cut off parts of his body, sew them into his mouth, go right ahead.
What would happen if this wouldn't necessarily help you, but what if you happen to tie him to some stakes in the road, and then a stampede of cattle or something just happened to?
sure, an accident.
Yeah.
So you're saying what happens if there's an accident?
Yes.
It's accidental.
Right.
Nobody can predict an accident.
If he fights back and we accidentally kill him, that's one thing.
Oops, I slipped.
I
He
won't
fell
try to
onto my
kill
knife.
him that
He
way.
fell onto my knife 10 times.
times.
Pop 6, 7, 8.
he quickly looks over at Sebastian, pointing at him, going, I will not do that on purpose. But when we find him, there will be a fight, most likely. And if he takes it too far and we have to kill him, that's a whole nother issue.
So all of this is truly moot until we find him, and we have to go through that. And she points at the gate. That first. Can we just do that, or is there anything else we need to do here? Because our goal, just to confirm, everybody's on the same page. Our goal is to go in there, find the cure for whatever's happening here, and bring Richard back. Or is there? What else are we doing in Everoy? Finding Dad?
Yeah.
His grave is there, right?
Man.
Apparently Sid has an opinion.
Because what's all in Aberrant that we need? We need to find his grave, right? Or
Him or his grave,
him or his grave,
whichever way it goes.
right?
We need his ring. That's what we need.
Right.
In the end, we need his ring.
Okay. So what's our goal here? Because if our goal is to go find the ring, what if we don't run into Richard and we come back without him? What if we destroy the gate to Aberrant and Richard is just stuck?
And we don't know what we've unleashed in Avalon. We are responsible for that as the leadership of the family.
Are we though? Because Richard's no longer part
Yes.
of the family.
Don't you want to be leader? He just cut you off. Yes, we are going to be the leaders of the family. If we have the ring and we come back here, we then have to solve the problems the family's created. One of those is Richard.
But the problem would have solved itself.
How?
He wouldn't be here anymore.
He's alive somewhere else. He's alive somewhere else, causing other problems. We don't know how many generations he might be able to figure out a way to live or bring them even through the portal to attack here. He is still family until he's a corpse.
You don't. Is it possible that Richard might be a replicant? That the lion-headed Richard?
Oh my God, his last name is Deckard.
I believe, out of character, I believe that we've determined he's actually Richard.
Getting
Be- Tony,
Yeah.
based off history check, because we're familiar with the golems and the wax and the replacing. Everything that we know and everything that we've met from Richard.
You guys have fought him before and he bled.
Okay.
You guys have literally cut it before. Right?
So we know Richard is actually Richard.
Okay.
You guys also know there's items you need to find. Be able to remember the vision.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I have the notes. I'm
You
aware.
do too. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
I will step back. You insane. I'm gonna use the bathroom. You guys keep going. Yeah.
So we're looking for stuff and Richard. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna ask, "Where's your shiny shit?" I don't think they're gonna let me bring Bob.
No.
Or-
Probably not.
Sorry.
So
She's a shiny new friend.
if we haven't, did you all look at the rest of the rooms down here?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, that has already
Every-
been done.
Every single room in the house has been seen,
Okay.
as far as we are aware.
Then honestly, yes, yeah, time to go. I don't have anything else here.
Tamir, was there anything else that you wanted to?
You know what? I can prove both those bitches wrong, and I can make it through that fucking portal.
I am still nervous about this, even after we talked to Hunter Games. I'm half afraid that we'll go a little nuts once we step through that door.
Okay, so we'll send you through first, and we will follow with our weapons drawn.
That's fair. All right. I guess.
Out of love and caring,
Uh,
that if we need
Sure.
to subdue you, I didn't say kill, it's subdue,
uh-huh.
or
Would it not make more sense for all of you to go through first, since you can prepare? Like, wait a minute.
I mean, either way, it doesn't matter because we're coming through
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
Or another proposal, Bob can give you a stern hug and walk through the portal.
A stern hug.
Not crushing, not crushing, but not one that you can break out of. And walk through the portal.
I think you call it a creepy hug.
No, not creepy. Stern. Creepy is where his
Creepy hug.
hands go.
First off, you've identified that Bob is potentially male. If you're not letting go, creepy hug.
Bob will let go when I tell him to let go. He takes orders very well. Stand, he said. And then I fall because I was sitting on his lap. God damn it. Bob, sit. And he sits. I mean, Bob would solve a problem. I'm just saying, my ideas are on point.
I mean, your plan for the vault did go pretty well.
It did, didn't it?
I like hugs. It'll be fine.
Bob will just give you. I need Tony to come back and tell me if Bob's actually going to fit through the portal. This isn't going to work at all.
He's made of wax. We can shake
He's
him
not.
down a little.
He's made of amber.
Oh, okay.
Right. He is an amber golem. He's not wax.
Yeah.
Amber is technically, though, a liquid, kind of like pitch.
But
It's gonna warm him up enough.
It's non-Newtonian. We don't want to play with that. And besides, I'm not sure you even know the word non-Newtonian.
We could tell Bob to just do it.
Tell
then-
him to liquefy himself.
And give you an extra stern hug. Because then he basically creates a chrysalis around you.
And then there would be a beautiful bunch of fun.
And you emerge on the other side either a vicious hag or a lovely lady. We don't know. And you know what? Until we open the chrysalis, it would be Schrodinger's chrysalis.
That's a phrase I never want to hear again. Just for the record.
Schrodinger's chrysalis.
Schrodinger's chrysalis? Seriously?
She's not wrong, though.
Nope, sadly she's not.
I'd like to point out this is yet another brilliant idea from the mind of Miyoshi. You're welcome.
You know, the mind of Miyoshi,
scary, isn't it?
is dangerously tangential to the mind of some other players and
Yeah.
characters
Yeah.
we've seen.
Yeah.
And I'm a little scared by this.
You should be. Tony,
Yes.
outside of character question.
Yeah.
Is the golem, the amber golem,
Right.
able to walk through the portal?
It can the Amber Golem walk through the portal?
Is he of a size that he could walk through?
No.
No, he's too big.
He's not allowed to.
Even if I tell him with the ring. Okay.
It's not going to take long. He has, as a golem, he has commands that are a part of what he is.
Okay.
There are certain things. He is meant to guard this side of the gate,
Got it. Okay.
both ways.
Okay. So the stern hug or the Schrodinger's chrysalis will not work. Sorry, Bob. Okay, so we're back to plan A. We send you through the portal first, then we follow with our weapons drawn, and then subdue as needed.
You guys have to give me stern.
With my staff, correct. And those are not hugs, those are going to be stern boops.
Well, we could
Friendly pokes.
tie Penny up and then
So you do want to give Penny a stern hug.
yes.
Okay. What's a little stern hugging between friends and family?
You're obsessed with hugging. So,
I love how we're referring to essentially like calming position from a mental hospital.
She's trying to put a nice twist on tying her sister up to drag her through a portal so that she doesn't turn into a hag and attack the people she loves. This is
Seeing some spicy macrame.
well, we could call it what it is.
Spicy
Would you like a
macrame.
ball gag to go with that bondage, or would you like spicy macrame? What
Oh,
can
you
I
need
do?
a. Oh.
But since we're family, I'm trying to use other euphemisms. Stern hug or spicy macrame. I'm gonna go with hugging for family. Is that Sebastian offering to sternly hug Penny as we walk through?
no, that's me trying to cool Kevin up. Try this.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So, when we are ready to proceed through the portal, unless somebody has something else that they want to do, say, or calculate prior to going, we are ready to go, correct? This is Leslie asking the players. Okay.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody has what they have on them noted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep working with it, but yeah, I'm still trying to get it all on my sheet.
Okay.
I'm still working on that too.
Okay.
Do you need to complete it before we step through the portal?
No, but I will need a final list. So, of what you have. Okay.
Tony, check your Facebook chat, please.
Oh, here, let me pull Facebook real quick. That is a good question, Justine. Let me take a look at what your XP is. It would be whatever your XP level is on the chart. Sorry, give me a second. Feel free to keep vote bang amongst yourselves. I gotta pull. Drive, Testament, gaming tools, XP. Justine, you are at 40. Your backup will be half that XP.
Okay.
So whatever half of 49,024 is.
Okay.
Here, I'll make
Thank you.
another. You know what I will do? Insert one column to the right. Here, I've made another column for whatever your new NPC is going to be in the XP sheet. So,
Okay.
okay. With that, I am going to go back to my my description. If you are ready, you put in the silver keys on this side of the gate. The gate opens. You see it's almost, it looks like mercury. Shimmering, the gate turns from solid to shimmering mercury. Do you walk through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I go first.
Description.
Quick side note. As Sebastian goes through, he'll check with everybody. I don't know that you'll transfer with me. I hope this works.
So do I. And if you don't hear me say anything again, it was a pleasure.
Request.
As you step through the great amber gate, the world of Averine unfolds before you in a breathtaking panorama.
Panorama.
Thank you.
Panorama.
Yeah, I gotta love dyslexia. Above the sky is a canvas of celestial wonders dominated by two suns, one blazing fierce gold, the other a softer, distant crimson. Across the heavens, you see lingering a red comet, its tail smeared in fierce scarlet against the blue, casting an otherworldly glow that bathes the landscape in surreal light. It is visible during the day. Before you stretches a great white marble road. Its surface is polished to sheen, reflecting dull sunlight and the comet's red glow, softly in some distant places. The majestic road runs straight as an arrow, north to south, and seems to pulse with a life of its own, inviting travelers to follow the path towards destinies unknown. On either side of this luminous thoroughfare, dense woods rise up, trees ancient and towering, their leaves whispering secrets of old, form a stark contrast to the immaculate road, their dark foliage a boundary of the structure, beauty, and marvel. Directed across the road, you see an imposing structure, the Inn of Bon Jourset. Its large, welcoming facade built of weathered stone and many years and many visitors. The inn's heavy wooden doors are open. There is a sign outside. The sign has that on it in Old Corellian, if you can read Old Corellian. If you're not, it looks like gobbledygook. As all signs, it has a symbol, and the symbol seems to be the gate, right? It has the painted gate across from it. The road itself is about the marble road itself is about 50 yards wide, made of marble. It is a very long, wide road. You see, on this inn, there are several carts and horses tied up outside. There's also a large stable as well. You hear voices echoing about 65 yards away, because you're about, no, I would say you're about 80, right? Because the gate is about 20 yards from the road, and then the inn is about 20 yards from the road as well. Outside of that, the scene is yours. The gate is still, as you pass through the gate, this side of the gate is not mercurial. It does not shimmer like it is made of mercury. The first one to pass through will notice that others that pass through look like they're passing through a solid doorway.
Do we see any like a seam or where?
Yes, two large marble slabs slapped together. This side of the gate, let me pull up my. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't put that with the others. Description of the gate itself. Colossal gate, 40 yards tall, 20 yards wide, crafted entirely from glowing amber. Its great black iron doors are intricately engraved with majestic images of roaring lions, sprawling trees, and busy bees. The gate features 4 large keyholes, each surrounded by these detailed carvings.
Sorry. Roaring lions, busy bees.
Yes, I could put it in the chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, most of these I have descriptions of, so I can just put that in. Oh, sorry, I'm cough. The Facebook group. Sorry, I'll try to save you some writing by putting them in there. Oh, tears. Okay. Sorry, the scene is yours.
Everything's fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Sorry, folks. Christine just dropped something on the ceiling above
Oh.
her floor.
I immediately look at Miyoshi. Nope, sorry.
You are Miyoshi,
Yeah.
so mirror.
Yep. Miyoshi immediately looks at Penny and says, "How you feeling?"
Do I feel any different walking through here?
As you walk through, well, both of you roll an insight check.
And this is the new sheet or the
New sheet.
The new sheet. The new sheet.
Not bad.
New sheet. Who this? For
That's a
you,
23.
DC starts at 13. You already said 23 is much higher than what I was going to say.
26.
Fuck you, Jesus. Okay, somebody's very in touch with their feelings today.
It was the spicy,
macrame.
Your connection with your God is still here, but it feels weakened. Feels different. Like your God isn't able to fully reach through to this realm. You feel that some of your abilities are different. Your mind feels slightly muted and mumbly. The knowledge that would come to you is not coming. Some thoughts are not coming to you as quickly as they were before. Your magic, your connection to your God just feels. It's like the difference between stepping in the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. They're both the sea, but they both feel much different because they are in vast stretches of ocean. Your character, your magic feels much stronger. Connection to your mother feels much more powerful. You feel it's almost as if like a static on a TV. It's so strong. The magic, it flickers and it pops around you. It feels more chaotic here. Additionally, the curse, you don't feel different physically. You don't feel the need to kill people close to you. You don't have a bigger nose. Your hands look the same. You don't have more hands than are expected.
Till I get cut.
You get cut. That's a different story. So far, what your other mother had told you is true. You have not begun to trust. But something's wrong with your magic. It's almost as if somebody has turned on a light in a dark room. That light is flickering, changing colors.
Just referencing your phone. The old spells like it.
Outside of that, anything else as you guys start to step through?
Do we see what are the races we see around us?
You don't see anyone yet. You do see some horses. You do note the horses here have 6 legs, not 4.
You're not joking with me, are you, Tony?
No, I'm not. They have 4 front hooves and 2 back hooves.
So they're meant for off-road. Okay. Sebastian Lawrence did what Ray just did. What in the nine hells is that?
Pony?
Does that look like a normal pony to you?
No, but I would still like to pet it.
Oh, understood. I get that.
Does anyone
Can
else
you hold off
read-
for just a moment?
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna go run off and do that, but I want to.
Oh, okay. Thank you for not having impulse control. Wait, is this really ill?
Huh.
Does anyone else read?
What do we
Ultramarine?
remember about the races that are here, folks?
We know that humans are the ideal, and they don't like anything non-human.
Tony, I don't remember if I said last game. I have it down in my notes, but I don't remember if I said it or not. So I used the disguise kit to disguise me as human best I could.
Yeah.
I did say that, didn't I?
You did say that.
I remember you saying.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so I'm looking better.
So you look less green, at least in the areas you can powder up, right?
Well,
I
here's the thing.
just
Our
look
orcs-
short.
You're right. She does look short. In
And
your
fat.
game, do you have orcs reddish or
Uh,
greenish?
Well, you chose
gray.
that. You chose on your when you create your character. So what does it say for your
Reddish. He's reddish.
description? Okay, so you're reddish then. Sorry, I thought you were greenish. Yep, it's fine.
Okay, so there's
Just
just
gotta-
an item that I
Gotta
got.
tone it down. Not
There's just
orange. I
an
don't want
item
to look like
Yeah,
Mussolini.
yeah. You're not Trumpish. You're more like just like you got a tan. Okay.
Yeah, and get rid of the, try my best to get my tusks under my teeth.
That's on your
Gosh.
teeth. Okay. So you're physically holding your lip up a little bit.
A little bit, although, can I attach a fake beard?
Oh, you had time. You could have made a fake beard. There's plenty of toupees. There's plenty of ambers who are overly concerned about their hair that have had toupees that are in the house.
Okay, I got a face toupee to hide the tusks, because that's the only thing that's going to hide them.
Okay.
Otherwise, casting and talking is going to be very difficult, and playing a bard, that's not going to happen.
As the resident expert on bards, they just shouldn't talk at all. It's not necessary.
It's just giant.
Yeah, they don't need that for anything.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Love you too, Ray.
I'm glad we have this relationship where we can do shit like this. Thank you.
yeah. Anytime.
I love you, Julie.
Since would like a sleight of hand or disguise, because I
You're a little bit harder to disguise. Yeah.
well, if I'm kind of thinking of my old character, so because he did have some ability to disguise himself. Would that carry over?
If you chose disguise kit carrying over, did you
I took the charlatan
charlatan? Okay.
tools.
That should probably work. You could probably disguise yourself by wearing like a large hood, covering that up. Maybe more like talking from that, wearing gloves, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably do that to try to disguise yourself, right? If somebody's not like peeking under the hood or like really paying attention to you, you could probably try to pass off as like a dark-skinned human, right? Maybe you find a way to tuck the hood around so it only like covers this part of the face, right?
Yeah.
And maybe use like
But
mud or
he's-
something to try to offshoot your angular features a little bit. Or maybe you like flex your face a little bit different.
Do you want help with that? I have a disguise kit. You want help with that?
So do I.
Yep, sure.
All right, another beard coming up.
Yeah.
Made of Wilhelm Amber's second favorite toupee.
Yeah, there's no disguise kit that's going to make me look human.
At this point, sir, getting on all fours and pretending to be an animal might be your only option.
I come through. How does my magic feel?
Only an insight check.
Because, there's so many changes.
DC starts with a 13.
You need a thing.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
got a
I
couple
need-
right there.
Can you?
Yeah, Ross, you want to grab him?
I just see that going poorly, especially
Other
with pretty
side.
new dice.
To the right.
Or if
It
you want
I
to
think there's
go,
a
Makes a
Two
nice
of them.
clunk.
that was a really nice clunk.
Yeah, 19 on the die plus.
DC was only 13 you needed.
Okay.
Skylar?
Thank you.
Yes. There is something deeply different about your magic, your connection to it, and it feels more potent than it was before. Your sorceress magic seems to come more easily. But your draconic heritage is still there. It's just the spells you had access to seem static. Different magic is welling up from your blood.
I'm actually gonna take a minute and sit down. I'm gonna try and figure out what spells are in my blood.
You rolled very high, so you can have that information. But
All right.
feel free to roll over time.
Oh.
Do
Ooh. Hmm.
since I don't
Is
really
that
have,
better?
It's gonna try
have
and cast a
magic,
spell.
do it physically feel like stronger, weaker, angry?
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah. And I'm gonna blow a sorcery point for it, so it'll last for 24 hours.
11.
11. Tough to tell. Your feet feel fine. Hands feel all right. Check. You do a couple of like shadow punches. You're like, okay, feels good, but they make the DC 13. You feel all right. Nothing feels too different here, outside the fact that there's two suns and an ominous red.
So I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay. Fireball centered on the party.
No. One second. I gotta see if there's a resistance to this spell because it's gonna affect all of you.
Is it seeming?
Yeah.
A person can choose to resist if they want. It's a wisdom saving throw.
So
You would only resist it on that person.
does anyone resist the spell that Vetter casts?
No.
May I get an Arcana roll to determine what the hell he's casting?
Yeah, feel free. It's gonna be yeah, go ahead.
Skills real quick. Where did I put them? There. Arcana. Oh, good. That's an easy one.
It's a charisma save.
Sorry, my first set of dice for today. My apologies. I've rearranged my desk. That is a 24.
24. It's illusionary magic, right? And it is looks to be like appearance changing.
I will relax.
Okay.
Everyone becomes a human version of themselves.
Heading.
I was already human.
You look the same.
You're the only one that doesn't change. I'm sorry.
Does my goatee look better now?
Yeah, it does. An illusionary like fixes it up, right? You can't see the strap behind the ears anymore holding it in.
You are a short human.
Aw.
You are specifically a midget. I'm sorry. Or a short person.
Well, her character's like 5 feet tall.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, you're
just
you're
five.
half
Half
halfling. so you're
halfling,
not-
so yes.
Yeah, I'm 4'9". What is it? 4'11", I think. as
4'11".
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't change much. Maybe it rounded out my ears a little bit more. They may have just been a little bit longer.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how tall is Taylor?
Is it still?
About the same.
Same.
I think she's like
That's the same, yeah.
Basically
Taylor's
just
like 4'8".
it would basically smooth out Tamir's features. So instead of having like the dwarven kind of slightly blockier features, it would become more human. At least that's the best way I can think of it.
Softer.
The softer, yeah. She doesn't look like she has as thick of skin, that kind of thing.
It's entirely up to you, your characters, what you want to look like. You can just choose to look more human, or in some of your cases, the exact same.
How far away from that place are we?
Road is 50, 20 on each side, so it's about 90.
90?
90 from where you're standing to reach the front door of the inn of. I'm going to butcher the name every time. Bon Joussin.
I have another thing I can do. Everyone just stay where you are. It's going to be a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys want to stand here for like 10 minutes?
Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Standing in
6,
front of the
7
gate, or
minutes?
do we, like,
Is what it's
move
going
off
to take?
the side?
One person will be a detail.
2.
Okay. Noted.
Should I just take a chat? In Gmail.
That's how that the scene is yours.
After the first minute, Penny. Well, I guess you wouldn't feel any different until it happens to somebody else. Basically, he just changed your aura. You look like your aura shows as a mundane human. You have no magic ability, is what you look like.
Interesting.
And then he goes along the entire process. Actually, he doesn't need to do you because he doesn't think you have any magic. You don't have spells.
You are aware he has magical items.
Could do
Each
his
one of us
items.
has- yeah.
Yeah. Also, your items no longer resonate as magical.
Is that both on the same selection, or is that an additional selection on it?
You want to look at that? Because I can choose both things. So I don't know if I could also choose if I can do the items. Otherwise,
I
it
believe
might
it's an
take a little
or
longer.
statement. On the same creature or object every day. It's an or statement. So you can do false aura or mask.
I will just do the people. And then, because then targeting the items will also take longer.
Yeah. So you do mask.
Yeah. And then I do.
So they don't come off as spellcasters. They just come off as normal humans of the human type.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. False aura does.
Okay, yeah. And I do that to all of us.
Yeah, feel free to explain it in characters.
So it would be like, as soon as I do it to Demolus, you would sense, because you are a magic caster, he senses differently than he did a second ago. And then as soon as I do it to the next person and the next person, so actually everyone would feel it with Penny. All of a sudden, she no longer registers as a caster to you. Something felt different. And then I go along.
My arcane and my divine casting?
That is, you personally just look like a normal person.
Right, but do you dampen the people's ability to feel the arcane and or the divine, or both? Or no?
Yes. All of it. Your aura registers as a normal human.
Nobody knows whatsoever. Got it.
All right, that should last the day.
Okay. So we're going for drinks.
Yeah, question. Does anyone else speak and or read Old Florian? Sebastian?
I point to Sebastian.
Okay, cool.
I can speak it if I have to.
Okay. Just out of curiosity.
Let me know what it is you guys do.
Mio, she's gonna start walking towards the it. I think
Okay.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach the inn of Bon Jose, the first thing you notice is the commanding presence of the Saints Road. I think we already established that.
Mm-hmm.
The gate, thatch roof, the inn's facade. You basically know what the inn looks like. Okay. You step into the inn. The first place you enter is the common room. It's a spacious area with a large stone fireplace that crackles with warmth. There are wooden tables and benches scattered around, filled with patrons enjoying hearty meals and drinks. The walls are adorned with tapestries depicting scenes from battles. Mostly looks like human armies clashing with orcish armies, human armies clashing with elvish armies, and human armies clashing with smaller dwarven-like people. Each of them, humans crushing them. Distant figures of great, large, magical, powerful people depicted in there. And the central backdrop behind the a large bar area, there's the backdrop mural depicting 12 giants chasing a bunch of humans through a great gate made of amber with black doors. Let me look at the NPCs who are in here. I'm not going to describe them all. But a middle-aged man with a robust build and a friendly demeanor, who currently is taking some orders, notices that you enter. He makes a gesture towards a youngish human with blonde hair, about maybe 14 years old, dressed in very plain, earth-toned clothes. Runs up towards you. He at this point forward, I am always speaking Old Felorian, right? So when I'm speaking, it's probably going to be that. Hello, my name is Luke. How may I help you, travelers? May I get your bunke? Do they need to be stable, or you need a table, some drinks?
I'm looking at Penny.
Okay. Oh God.
His accent does not come very clearly over the microphone for one.
Yeah,
which is
I'm
fine,
having a hard time
because that'll
following
confuse
what
me.
you're
I think
saying.
it's good.
I will say less of an accent,
Thank
but
you.
yes,
Because
it's
I missed a lot of that.
Yes, 'cause we want a
Auditory
table.
processing disorder.
he asked if you guys had a bunke. Not sure what that is.
I would
That need to be
recognize-
stable,
I would gather that probably means their version of horse, right?
perhaps.
Okay.
And he had asked if you need a table, do you need lodging, that kind of thing. The young boy is basically probably a young serf or innkeeper's boy who's trying to take your order.
Okay. Yes, we'll take a table.
Great. Is there anyone else with you?
No, it's just us.
He leads you through. There are a lot of tables here. A lot of them are very full. This inn looks extremely full. There are probably about 25 people in this inn. Most of them are human. In the back room on a table, you notice 3 figures. 2 with orcish-like features, and another one that looks to be with elvish features as well. Strong elvish features. All of them are on a very shoddy looking table in the back corner, and they're kind of just nursing some drinks. The rest are humans, as I'll describe them here. You take a room, or sorry, you're set at a nice large table, and he says, can I get you any drinks or services or a room? I assume you have come all this way and only to have to waiting, of course, for the northern road to be open.
We have been traveling
Of course.
for a great distance. Yes. What do you have on offer today?
Oh, of course. We have ale, wine, beer. I have some herbal tea. We have fresh spring water, if you'd like some. There's, of course, if you're hungry, we have roasted lamb, hearty stew, fresh bread, porridge, and we do have a cheese platter. If you like cheese, we do have 5 different types of cheese here today. Normally, we have more that are sent from the capital of Biogne, but sadly, since the northern road is closed, which we all know, the we have less cheeses. We only have the cheeses from Zymes, the city to the south.
Okay. I think for now we will go with some water and tea, and we'll start from there.
Of course. If you need any lodging, you're going to have to, of course, speak to the innkeeper. My uncle, shit, give me a second. Oh, this guy's
Well, sure, give me a second.
Shit, give me a second. What are they? My uncle Gaston. Anyway, he runs off.
Okay. While we were walking through, I want to be keeping a look out at different people to see if I spot anybody that doesn't have a left hand.
Roll me a perception check.
16 plus 6 is about an half, 22. Yeah, 22.
I had to update something real quick. Sorry about that.
I thought they closed again.
Did you you said you rolled a 22?
Yes.
Near the entrance, on the other side of the door. You didn't notice him at first because the door was open, and there's a table on the back side of the door in the corner. There is a you'd assume male just because of the size of the figure. The hood is drawn down, and you notice that both of his hands are out, and he's holding one. He holds a book that he's reading, and the other hand, it has but a stump, and he's just kind of has it posted up like this, and he seems to be reading. The book is in front of his face, and he has a large cloak around his back, but the hood is not drawn up. It's just the book is obscuring his face.
Did Flame River give us a name for that guy?
Did not. I believe he said you were just looking for a one-handed man in Bonnet-Joussens. The name almost changes every time I say it
It does.
because I can't read it. I'm not French.
I thought you were doing pretty good.
It's also words, names of things. Anyway, continue. As soon as you're listening. The serving boy shows back up and with some waters and some teas. He didn't say who they were for, so he just kind of puts them all in the middle.
Yep.
And he goes off as another table, kind of calls him over. And it looks like there's another person working, which is a young lady, maybe around the age of 22. Brown hair and braids.
Tony,
Yes.
I'd like a perception check to see if I can determine what kind of coinage they're using, because we did have some coins that did not match known coins. We brought them with us.
Did you? How many of those coins did you have?
10.
10. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I want to make sure we're not using coinage that's going to call us out.
Right. Roll me a perception check as you're kind of keeping an eye out. DC is lower. I'd say since people are exchanging coins here, probably DC's 13.
Okay, here's a question I have for you. I have a feature that allows me to have advantage if it's hearing or sight related. Would that count?
Yeah, it's sight related, so you have advantage.
Great.
You have height.
It's a 13, you said?
Yeah, DC is 13. Is it? You said you're also looking.
I have something else I want to try, but I
24. I rolled a 13 and I'm plus 11.
24.
I have expertise with this.
So yes, you do notice that the coinage they're using is the same. Remember that you said you had 12 of those?
10.
10. The 10 coins you had were made of black metal, right? You notice that they are exchanging. There seems to be, you see, so far, since you rolled so high, I'll give you all 3. there are three types of coinage that you see being exchanged. The first type of coinage is just a small black ball. It's like a pellet. You'd almost like the size that you'd load into a musket, right? A small black ball. They seem to be exchanging those for like very low price items. The higher price items, you see a man like exchanging something for coinage for a room. It looks like he's, and you hear it, right, with that perception check. You hear him talking back and forth with Gaston for a room for the night. He exchanges a single coin that looks smaller than the one you have, right?
Does it have a name? He
Uh,
said that he heard him heart angling, so he had to give a price.
yes. It is a pearls, dungets, and bars.
Okay.
The pearls are definitely the smaller coinage, the equivalent of a copper. The dungets are the equivalent of a silver, and you have 10 dungets with you. And bars is you see on the other side of the table across, you see two men playing cards. There are some pearls and some dungets on the table, but you also see small black metal bars that are also being exchanged. And this seems to be the version of gold. Each of them is basically the equivalent of more of that black metal. Black metal you've seen before. Black metal that made up the manticles. The anti-magic
Manacles.
metal.
Wait, that's what they're using for currency is anti-magic metal?
Seems to be valuable here. Oh.
I will say to everyone, in the languages I know we all share, which I'm not sure which one it is. I thought it was
Cartholian.
it's Cartholian, right? I'll say Cartholian quietly. We have what 10 of those black coins they're using. They seem to be equivalent of our silver. So one of them should be more than enough to pay for this, and we should get some change.
Also means we can't make.
I mean, that's look about right that we're ordering some stuff here, and we should be able to change back to what we've got.
Yeah, probably.
We
The silver
can't
piece
exchange.
is a bit. You basically have
Yeah.
about the equivalent of a gold piece on you, which is like, it's a bit.
Yeah. Based on the copper standard? Absolutely. Does anyone, and also, continue, does anyone remember the name of the person that we were told might be able to help us here?
Flame never gave us a name.
No, there was something written somewhere. Tony, is that right? I seem to remember there was something written about somebody who could help us.
Is it the
Yeah.
dearest Penny letter you're thinking of?
Might be.
Might be, yeah.
Might be. But I can't remember where I read. I thought it was something written, not spoken here.
It's in there. I think it's in probably personal. I don't know. I put it somewhere. Gaming tools? I gave it to you guys a while ago.
It is linked in the notes.
It is linked in the notes? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hold on, I've got it.
You had a question?
Yeah, I would like to, while this is all happening, she doesn't want to disrupt what Vetter has done to disguise them, and she's trying to figure out her new magics as well. She's wanting to cast tongues, but what I'm wanting to know is looking around, does anybody appear to be keeping in like a specific eye out, like any specific guards or anything that looks familiar that would alert somebody to magic happening.
Okay.
Basically like looking for an alarm or looking for any sort of item that would trigger.
Roll me a investigation check.
And then I also have the dearest Penny letter. So investigation is going to be 17.
17. You don't see any magical rooms or wards anywhere around here. As well as you're kind of looking around, you don't notice anything that kind of looks like those rough descriptions you've heard of are those black armored knights or anybody that looks like they're in official capacity as like a guard.
Okay.
And you currently don't see anyone in like priestly robes of the 12 living saints.
Okay.
Letter did not have a name for the man with no hand.
He did not. He did not. You just knew a man with one hand at the inn of Monet Jose. I think it's the fourth inn we have tonight.
You can just say the end of BJ.
You know what? I wonder if I could just pull up like a Google brands,
I hear what you're saying.
right? Actually, I have my sound turned off, so I can't. So it's not going to do anything.
Mio's gonna lean over to you for just a moment and kind of whisper, "Can I still cast magic? Will that ruin this vibe?"
I mean, you'd be a spellcaster. That
It won't remove the aura thing.
no.
Do you want to try to subtly cast the spell?
I do.
Okay. The DC is higher because you're in a crowded room.
Yeah.
But you're not actively like being like observed. So the DC for casting some in front of somebody starts at a 15.
And as I want to additionally with that as the halfling racial feature,
Mm-hmm.
I have advantage on saving throws. No, not that. The naturally stealthy. As we're sitting in this booth or around, I want to kind of sink into the stealth between my siblings. Maybe-
I will. Normally the DC would be 20 because it's a crowded room.
Yeah.
Because you're using naturally stealthy, I'll make it a DC 15.
Okay.
It is going to be.
Do we see that she's going to do this? Are you giving any indication you're casting?
Yeah. You see her kind of slink down and like she's not hiding it from you guys.
Okay. Right before she starts casting, Demolus. Or you drink on me. You look pissed.
Okay. I'll do that to time.
You throw some water in his face. Okay, I will give you advantage on the check. Question: the DC is also based off. Does it require verbal, somatic, or material components?
Yes.
All three.
Yes.
Okay, so our DC is back up. It requires all three. That is doom, and you're being observed. DC is 20, but you have an advantage on a sleight of hand check.
On a sleight of hand check.
If only she was her brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot for everyone. Now you got to motion and speak and use a thing,
And that's why she's trying to be the naturally stealthy.
which is
but-
why it's not a 25.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
because all three in public while being observed. The worst case scenario. Outside of if somebody was like scrutinizing, you would add 5.
She doesn't know that she feels comfortable enough to do it.
Mm.
I just
Do you want to try?
I'll give a performance that Demolus and her piss at each other.
right.
And I will totally help because this is completely and totally my fit.
Okay. You want to give additional help? I will knock
Yes.
down the DC since there are 3 participants down to a DC of 15.
Okay. I'll give it a
Yes,
go, I
dude.
guess. Oh, I rolled a 15 on the die, so 19.
19. 19. You are able to cast tongues, and no one
15
is
twice.
the wiser.
So she can now also speak Old Thrill.
Okay.
Can't read.
I will say politely in the local fund, I didn't sleep with her. Sit back down. Dry myself off.
Was it stern hugging?
There was some
Magic
stern
magic.
hugging.
Wow, that might be a one-trick pony, but it's damn funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat that horse to death.
That's the motto of this party,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very funny.
That's the title of this episode.
All right, I'll write that
Okay.
down.
So, okay.
Do you say something about Ferellian? So that
Yeah, she responded to.
Okay.
Yeah, she responded to.
Kesra, you're gonna need to either speak up or speak towards the microphone because at least I can't make out what you're saying at all.
Okay,
Baby, I'm sorry.
that was mostly
Sorry.
me speaking directly to Leslie.
Oh,
about
that's
things,
cool.
So
Totally fine.
sorry.
Sure.
Yep. So, she Mio, she responded it back in Old Ferellian. So, you guys also, you two know that she can speak it now.
Okay, perfect.
So, what happened with?
Careful, Skylar. The limbo.
Mm-hmm.
We have to worry about the roads now. I
I don't know if it's a good idea for us to let people know that we're not from around here. We're not familiar with things.
listening specifically to the room because there's chatter. There's a lot of people going
Mhm.
around. Has anybody mentioning or specifically calling out issues with the roads or the blockages or what that's about?
Yeah, roll me a perception check, right? You're just trying to pick up general conversation. I'm okay
Right.
with that.
The three of us that speak the language.
Yeah, you know what? Since we'll make it a skill challenge because that's worth XP, right?
Mhm.
All of you who can speak the language, go ahead and roll me a perception check. It is hearing based in case you have advantage.
Then I'm wondering scrutinous. I'm trying to look it up. Give me a second.
I will give you because of scrutinous.
Because you have a
I-
keen eye. Yep, go
I
ahead.
will give you super advantage. I will give you advantage, so you can roll advantage on the
Okay.
check.
21.
We know when you're ready.
21. That is 3. And how many did you get right?
19. I rolled an 8 and a 3.
It's all right. Hey, that's still 2 successes. That's pretty good.
27, and I am spending 1 minute or longer doing this. Essentially looking for any sort of hidden detail. I can ask my GM if I succeed. One question and they must answer truthfully.
Okay. So you will get a truthful answer based off some of the information I give.
Correct. So yeah, 25.
All right. Who's ready for a Lord dump? You guys got 10 fucking successes. That's a lot. And you can ask a clarifying question based off this. Let me pull up my notes. As Ray and Justina are aware, I have lots of notes on locations. Okay. First things first. Why is the road? So the road leads to Bjorns. Bjorns is the capital of Avalon.
Are you trying to say Bion?
That one too.
Okay.
I will say it. I will say it differently every single time too, just to keep you guys on your toes.
Vion is actually the correct way to say it. You're doing great.
Oh, great. So Bjorn, there is recently it's been happening about over the last 6 months. A very slow, and I mean slow moving snail has been crawling across the road. The road is called the Saints Road, which is the large white marble road. And at first you're like, a snail? Okay. But then somebody describes, no, this snail is the size of a mountain. And it is crawling towards Vions. And the people in the capital of Vions are very concerned about this mountain-sized snail with acidic slime. that is slowly moving across the road. But they note that he's cleaning up the road, and the road has never been so much shiny. It had been brown for years because it had been covered in dirt, and no one had been able to clean the road. Additionally, that this creature, they've sent people against it, and it's been able to like regenerate almost instantaneously from most damage. And it is the size of, it is a ridiculous, it takes up the entirety of that width of the road, which I will note is 50 yards. And that is just its width. And it is moving slowly towards the capital. That is why people are concerned. There's currently
right?
there is a huge bounty out for it, but people are forbidden from traveling north of the road. And that the Justicars and the army have positioned themselves behind the snail to prevent people from heading north. This has also interrupted trade south of the area south of here, which is called Zymes.
This is not my clarifying question. This is asking you to repeat something because I couldn't type fast enough.
Sure.
It is 50. It is as wide as the road, 50 yards. There is a huge bounty. Justicars and army are preventing people from going north, and they would miss something in between.
Yes. And I will put in chat
Okay.
the name of the creature.
Okay.
And the brief description of like just the blah blah, right? Big paragraph on it. And the saints themselves have offered a great bounty. Anyone that is able to get it will get that bounty. And it is considered a great bounty if they can slay this gargantuan creature.
Okay, but again, I missed something.
Yes. The army is keeping people from moving
I
north.
have that one.
Is that it?
Nope. Okay, so again, it's as wide as the road.
Yes.
There's a huge bounty. The
Yeah.
Justicars and the army are preventing people from moving north. It was something in between.
It regenerates very quickly.
Gotcha.
So far, people have not been able to even farm the thing. It has acidic slime.
Clean the roads. Okay, so I'm going to list what I've got.
Sure.
So that might be easier. So road leads to Vioin. It's over the last 6 months, very slowly, snail moving across the Saints Road. Snail is the size of a mountain. It's crawling to Vioin, which means it's going north, correct?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
It is past this point.
Going north. It has acidic slime. He's cleared the road as he goes. They've sent people against it. It regenerates almost instantly. It is as wide as the road, 50 yards. Huge bounty, Justicars, and army preventing people from going north. Name is whatever you just posted. The Saints are the ones offering the bounty.
Sounds about right.
I thought I'd missed something. Okay.
Huh.
Okay.
Acidic slime.
Tony, I apologize. Tony, I apologize in advance for my bad joke. I split the chat with you.
No, that's all right. I love bad jokes.
Okay, well, sorry, I apologize.
So that's the first thing that you guys learn. And people are just basically like, there's even mercenaries that are here debating. I'm like, okay, what do we do with the snail? What do snails hate? Like stuff like that. Let me pull. I'm sorry, I had the.
While they're saying that, does anybody mention? Nope. Never mind, because I don't want to use my question yet. I want to hear the things.
There's a lot of talk about. Jesus, you guys got a lot. The Night Stalker. There seems to be some kind of killer in the city of Zoin and Zymes that is really causing a buzz with the clerisy and the nobility, as there's been a lot of people that have found. I think it's called the Night Snacker or the Night. I apologize.
The Night Stalker?
Might be the Night. I don't think it's the Night Stalker. Let me pull up Zymes. It's a plot point there. Plots and Zymes. Not that one. 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 Coming to there. Oh, the Midnight Snacker. There's been descriptions of a serial killer in Zymes that is literally setting people out, but they're kind of like half cooked in tables at night, and people have been running across them and finding them. They call them the midnight snacker because it's always a very intricate dinners, but they're made of the person, but then the person is like half stuffed and like left there with like some of their, left.
We don't have to go into those.
Yeah, no
details.
details, but yeah, about serial killer enzymes.
Okay.
There is they're talking about some people are really, there's a merchant who's really pissed off about the Iron Ring Bandits. It's a notorious group of bandits that have pretty much taken up residence between Zymes and Toroin, and they've been robbing people that go across it. There's a lot of talk of the marsh hag of Les Bionx. There's said to be a hag that lives in a giant house on chicken legs that's kind of been stealing young women from the countryside outside of Leshiboux. Les Habaux.
Spell it one more. B.
LES space HIBOUX.
Okay.
Let me see. There is talk of the beast of Ondiers. There's a savage killer known as the Beast who leaves victims mangled beyond recognition in Cordiers. Cordeliers. Jesus, you guys got a lot. There's a wanted dead or alive. The most notorious wanted villain in the realm is Gaspard de Nord. He is known as the Mad Sorcerer, and he is said to rule a cult that seems to have some power over time and magic, and they've been terrorizing the 12 Saints.
His name one more time.
Gaspard de Nord, the Mad Sorcerer. I will put the name in the chat. We're not even done. You guys got 10 successes. I'm almost done with the lore drop. Additionally,
No, you're good. I love a good lore drop. There was just me chuckling over the sigh of Tony just read a whole bunch more names.
it's just so many names. It's just so many names. Why don't I just name them all Bob? I don't know.
Because that's the name of the golem.
I already took Bob.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
Anyway, also additionally, Cordiers has recently having a drought. Apparently, the Fae there have been causing a great stir, and they are preventing people from being able to harvest recently. Another thing is there's a lot of I just lost sorry, my map just went crazy. It is said that if I click on this, it doesn't pop up. Give me a second. Sorry, wow. That one decided it doesn't want to pop up, so I'm going to pick a different one. The keep of Saint Eloise the Avenger is rumored to be float over this tavern in about 10 days' time. It is a giant floating keep made on black stone that floats through the skies, and all 12 of the 12 living saints live on these floating fortresses and castles that float through the sky. And it says they can feel anyone who is in their presence. And then in 10 days' time, that castle will be floating over this inn itself. And you have a couple people that are here just to see that event.
Whoa.
And is there anything else? Oh, there's the Golden Flower Killer is also a big thing in Symes, apparently. A noble found himself removed of all blood. And apparently this has been happening in the pleasure district in Symes. Recently has caused a lot of stir. One of the nobles here, or one of the merchants, has been talking about, oh, I knew the guy, it's terrible. No one goes to the pleasure districts anymore because of the killer out there. You either get eaten in the streets or you get eaten in the sheets. With that, I think that's enough for a lore dump right now. But there's a lot going on. And the city south of here is Symes, and the north appears to be lost along the All Saints Road. That scene is yours.
Okay, hold on. I get my one question.
Oh yes, you can ask one clarifying question.
Go back. One moment. So I was trying to keep up. Symes seems to have a lot of killers and banditry happening around there. There's several serial killers in Symes, and it seems as though the Black Knights and the army are north of here, handling the snail issue. And I don't know how specific I can be with my question, so stop me or correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Am I getting the impression that Symes is not well policed and or maintained by a government body? Is it kind of a lawless area?
No, but it is a huge city. Just like New York has a lot of police, Symes also does, but it is a humongous city. I will copy a description you will get of Symes as a part of that clarifying question, and I will give you something a little special as well. Let me pull up Symes. Symes itself. That's the map.
Have a yo.
City overview, not overview. Overview, not a city overview.
That kind of
Well.
city.
Okay, I'm going to give you as since you get a clarifying question, you're listening a lot about Symes, and you pretty much get the lore dump of the history of Symes, posting that in chat. And I will also give you that the Symes has prominent societies. The Brotherhood of the Shining Blade, the Circle of the Verdant Grove. I'm going to post these in chat.
Okay.
The Silver Hand, and the law enforcement of Symes. The sheriff of Symes is Charles Ansley. And I will give you a little information on him. Okay. First, I will paste the information about Charles Ansley. Great.
Where is this going?
Oh, it's all going in the Facebook chat, so you all get it. So you should
Thank
put
you.
it in the notes.
Oh, he's the sheriff
That's
of
the one thing I
Symes.
don't have open. I have like 5 of the chats up.
It's sorry, the Facebook, everyone Facebook.
Yep,
Yeah,
I got it.
I should know better, but
I have it open.
not totally on me.
Sorry.
Consider you don't have it open. I have it open.
And,
Okay. Whatever you posted, in the notes is not letting me remove the blackening over it.
Blackening?
Can't.
I don't know why.
Okay, cool.
I don't know. Maybe post this text. Paste this text only.
Did.
I don't know why it's blackening it. It's from Facebook.
Yeah, I just copied. I mean, I copied the whole thing out of one go.
Paste it in Notepad and then take it from Notepad in there. I don't know why it's blackening it. That
I only did half of it that way.
yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Sometimes it'll do it if you copy all the way to the end. If you leave the period off, it'll copy the print without copying all of the formatting.
I got it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and I'm giving you a very brief overview of each of the prominent societies as well. See, clarifying questions are good. There you go. It's definitely, and there you go. You haven't been to Zymes, but now you at least know a lot about it. I'll say you like, basically two people are talking to each other, and you're like, you ever get like two history majors that are arguing about a place, right? They're very much, they're giving each other a lore dump about Zymes. No, let me tell you what's good about Zymes.
They're trying
No.
to one up each other with facts about Zymes.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you just hooked on that. And it is the only city south of here, but you don't have to go to Zymes, right? Zymes is on an island, but if you want to travel the riverways back north of Lyon, or if you want to travel quicker to Les Sabarots, you could take the riverway, which is the only way to get to it because it is built on an island, so it's like Jersey. Or no, not Jersey. Which one's an island?
Long Island.
Which part of the world here?
I don't know. I'm just going to say
Manhattan?
Jersey. Anyway.
Manhattan's an island, Staten's an island, Long is an island.
Sure. Let's go to Manhattan. Anyway, like Manhattan, it's full of crime. And you can either, from there, you don't have to go to Zymes, but you could take the road heading east to Touraine, south to Les Sabarots, or you could take it to west to Perignon, which is another large city. The other two are villages or towns. And there are several small towns along the way to Perignon. Okay. Any other questions? Or actually, the scene is yours. You guys are really bored now. So.
Maybe I will, if I could, try to kind of, in the back areas that they're, like an elf and some orcish.
Yes.
Could I kind of get close to them, maybe stay in the shadows, see if I can overhear anything?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Since you're doing it in the crowd, but you could just be one of those that's in the crowd and just be less noticed. Also, the DC is only 15. It's observed, but it's not.
16.
Oh, there you go. You are able to kind of blend into the shadows and just be a person in the crowd. You know, that last person you notice that's in a corner, close to the two orcs and the elf. And do you have the linguistics merit or no?
I don't think so.
Okay. Roll me a insight check. So speaking a language you don't know, actually, the elf might be speaking a language you know. Let me see if he says it. Even or odd?
Odd.
Okay. The two orcs and him are speaking a language you don't know. It's tough to get a read on them, but you're able to tell if they're talking about something that's more, less like business, but more business-like, right? They look more like rough adventurers, right? But they just don't have as nice equipment as like another group of adventurers in the far corner. But you do notice that the elf at times swears to himself in, it's a language you know. Give me a second. I got to pull up the map and figure out where that is. It is the elven country of, I keep wanting to say Media, but
That's
that's
not-
not
That's
that's not it at all. That's a completely different place.
That's for the ladies.
Yeah, that's right. It's always ladies' night at Media.
Damn right it is.
Mithrian. He's speaking the Fey language. Every once in a while, kind of curses to himself. And it has a fall court tone.
Okay. Um, could I kind of quietly say something to him and
Roll me a sleight of hand check, and what are you going to say? Or
Uh,
deception, actually, since it's a verb.
I'll just say friend.
His ears perk up, and he turns towards you. What did you roll on your
Deception.
deception check?
Ooh, natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
I won't even roll for him. His ears perk up and he looks back and forth, and then he looks towards you. He looks back towards the orcs and then back at you. He's gonna get up for a drink,
You have peanut butter.
and as he starts to have his tankard and he starts to walk towards the bar, he passes by you, and he says in Mithrian, "May the leaves wither, or they bloom again." Common greeting for the fall court. What do you say back?
Is there a proper response to that?
You know the proper response. What is the proper response? Establish canon for me.
Oh, okay.
That all other fall courtiers are now going to have to follow from here on out.
You are now the expert in fall court greetings, and
Yes.
no one can refute it.
That's how canon happens in this game. I don't do all the writing.
I love this part of the game.
So yeah, what was it? He said may the flowers.
May the leaves wither, to rise again.
Yeah.
And is the audio better, Ray and Justine? I moved the mic closer.
The audio is much better for me.
Okay.
Yes. I still have to close my eyes to listen sometimes, but yeah.
Until once again they may fall.
As he passes by, he drops a. He tries to do a sleight of hand. He fails terribly. So you just see him like somebody that's trying to be sneaky, but it's like a 4-year-old is trying to pick your pocket, and he just basically just kind of takes and puts a key in your pocket and continues to walk past. It is a room key. As he goes and gets his drink filled up. As this weird human has spoken his language and knows the greeting of the fall court. This weird, bearded human.
Are you looking for a stern hug?
Oh my.
The elf is looking for a stern hug.
With that, though, the scene is yours. I have to use the bathroom, but go ahead and discuss. The scene is still.
It's been a minute. Could we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a
Because
break.
I also need to.
We have not had a break. I'm sorry.
Also didn't start playing until like
Yeah. That's-
Right, but it's almost 11, so I want to.
That's
I would
true.
like to stand.
Yeah. Let's take after these messages.
Oh wow.
It's yes.
Right back.
turn back on our audio, turn off background music, timer, and I will put back on our banner. Okay, audio is back on, and back is off. Okay, you guys are once again at the inn. Most of you have drinks. One of you does not. The other one has double drinks. It's in his beard.
It's beard.
Beard to pay. Beard day?
Beard to pay.
To beard. We're going to keep
To
working
beard
on
or
it.
not to beard?
Well, I mean, if we're going to talk about covering things that aren't normally covered, everybody knows what a.
You say Merkin, I'm going to shoot you in the face.
There you go. See, I didn't say it.
Merkin?
I don't even want to know. Actually, I kind of do want to know, but okay. With that, the scene is still yours. So you have the scene, you have a key, you have information. You have seen the one-handed man reading a book.
Are we able to tell what book he's reading? Like on the spine or anything?
Go ahead and have you pointed out the character to everyone or no?
No, I'm just,
Oh, then
She was
never
the
mind
only
that. Yep, no.
Because you look for her.
just kind of eyeballing him. If he leaves, then I probably want to also leave. Okay.
Okay. Okay. The scene is still yours.
Mhm.
Ray.
Try talking to Hervé. Randy, you there?
Yes, I am here.
Seriously, sigh of relief. Do you feel different? 'Cause I feel a little off, but I'm not sure why.
I do feel different. The properties of my magic feel strange, but same. The world around me seems different. I can feel and see things around me except for pieces. There are pieces that are just muted and disappearing before my eyes. And it kind of takes pieces of the landscape away from me all around me. It's a little disconcerting. He starts describing it to you, and he's describing the areas where there's coinage. Like the area within like a foot around it disappears. The bars a little bit more so. The senses are magical.
So let's explain it, Joe. So we've come to understand that those have a anti-magical effect. We might explain why they distrust magic so much. They turn it into their coinage. I'll do my best to keep it away from you. Can you still comprehend the languages you hear? One of the things that's on the sheet that I totally forgot until I put it on my new character sheet. That he can comprehend any language around. Can he still do that?
If he has that ability, yes. Because I believe he communicates through telepathy. So, yeah.
So I'll ask him, if you hear something in a language you think the rest of us would not understand, would you let me know?
I'm hearing a lot in those languages.
You want to let me in? Does he kind of go through what we already heard?
Yeah, but, less so, right? Immediate conversation around him because he doesn't recognize old Felorian, but he does.
Right. Right. Okay.
But it's more like telepathy, right? So it's like,
Right. He's peering into other people momentarily and kind of picking up stuff that's what he's talking.
right. And I got to relook at the item, right? I don't know if it's that or if he just recognizes all languages because they're thoughts to him. I'll look at the item on D&D Beyond. I'll let you know.
Okay. I included that in the other two items I've got attunement to on what page is this? 5 out of I have a 6-page character sheet and 11-point font.
That's why I like the Excel.
But at least I know where shit is, so that's important.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, he understands all languages, but can only communicate in languages the attuned the attuned user knows, right? Because he can only talk to you. Yes, he
Right, he can talk to me, but
understands.
he can hear other people.
Right. He essentially has comprehend language is on, and then shares your language.
Right.
Okay, yes.
This is all about it. I really like that. Everything is on there cut directly from the D&D Beyond page.
Okay, that works.
Did we find the name of the person we were looking for?
Penny hasn't shared that information with the group. She's the only one who's seen him.
From the stuff we read several games ago?
Say that again?
From
No,
the stuff we read several games ago?
no, the individuals in the bar, only one of you have noticed them. So,
Oh, so somebody in the bar we might know, but we don't know that we might know them yet.
yes, you have not made the check to see them. Only one player has. So
Awesome.
that player has that information. That's okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
Outside that, the scene is yours. I am not going to play an NPC unless they approach you.
Now I would probably point that person out. Like that man only has one hand, so that was the person that Flame had said we may find here.
She has a frisbee. Oh no, she's ripping it apart. No. Oh, keep going. I'm sorry. That's
Not good. I don't remember what I was saying.
Flame.
Oh yeah, Flame didn't give us a name for that person. Just that we may find him here, and he doesn't have a left hand. And that is the only person I see in this bar that does not have a left hand.
Now looking at him, can I see the book?
Well, if he doesn't have a left hand, Penny, you must be right.
yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yes.
He did not just kill me.
That's gonna be a whopping 8.
Ooh.
Wait, my God, with the mental fortitude, one of these things I can't roll less than a 9. Hold on, I gotta look.
Yeah, go ahead. And remember, every time you fail a roll, you gain a lot.
Oh yeah. How would that work with this? For short rest, I can. For short rest, when you fail an int wisdom it's saving throws only. That's on saving throws only. That doesn't apply here. Never mind. So I fail. I gain a luck.
It's tough to tell because other side of the room, there is a title on it, but it's like the same color as the book, right? So
Right.
it's like trying to see the indent on it from halfway across the room.
Sorry. It's perception, you said, or investigation?
It's perception.
So I add an additional +5 because of scrutinous.
2 passive checks.
Oh, to your passive. Yep, you're correct. Sorry.
Mhm.
Yep, never mind. Okay. Sorry. New character. Who's this?
It's okay.
I think I'd like to go up to Sebastian
Okay.
and explain that I have a key from the group of orcs and the elf, and think that maybe we should check out that room. Maybe see if anyone else wants to come.
Somebody handed you. You tell this just to Sebastian.
Well, I'm not sure where are we all in a group or
We're at the table. Yeah. If you came back, because you're the only one who's left.
okay. Then I'd come back and tell the table, and I want to suggest to Sebastian, since he is half orc, that maybe it would be a good thing to have him at least come with, if not all of us.
Are you sure it wasn't a different kind of suggestion? Someone slipped you their room key.
Oh,
I don't know if you generally bring your siblings to that.
Look at you.
I mean,
Jamal,
Well-
Jamal is running quite a bit.
I
Don't
don't know
that's a
if
pretty awkward. That's a
I
pretty
don't know
awkward.
if that's a family-friendly
da-da-da.
affair or if that has to do with spicy macrame.
You know what? Let's see if this is a kink. Let's go.
I don't want to play that. No, I know.
Infinite dragon.
Yeah, there's no dragons. There's no Denise Targaryen. Whatever.
Denise.
Denise
Denise?
Targaryen.
It's a name, and that's the best part. Damn it, Denise.
That's the Alabama Targaryen.
Oh,
My name's Denise Targaryen.
so this is from the Southern Targaryens.
Oh,
Good of the name.
As if they're not already.
Right. So,
Brittany and I were walking past somewhere where they were showing the third Star Wars film, whatever the heck that is. Not
Oh,
Revenge of the Sith. And as we walked past, somebody said Commander Cody. And I was like, seriously? Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, Yoda, Cody.
wow.
You know, someone's got to have a normal name somewhere. They can't all be from Utah.
Yeah. What about the hero of the realm, Bob? Bob.
He's
Yeah.
sitting guarding
The
the silver gate.
Yeah. There you go.
Bob is doing his job like the good Amber Gollum he be.
That's right.
The pets are very good, Bob.
That Bob Targaryen.
Bob
It is
Targaryen.
now, yeah, as Bob Targaryen,
And
third of
Steve
his name,
Targaryen.
third of his name, fifth of his generation. Sure, Bob
Wow.
Targaryen. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway,
Third of his name, fifth of his generation. I love you so much.
You're welcome. So, I mean, if you want to, do you know this person?
No,
Nobody's about to.
just greeted him.
So, you're just super suave.
Yeah.
You just go up, say hello, and people just drop you their key.
Jamal is swap.
Yeah.
damn.
All right. You know what? Go you.
In all my years of travel, even I haven't pulled that one off.
Good job.
It might be the fact that you're 3 feet tall and covered in spikes.
well,
Since when are you covered in spikes? You shed those? That's new. I haven't read about that.
I didn't think badgers were spiky.
Are you thinking of hedgehogs?
I'm thinking hedgehogs.
Badgers don't have spikes.
Look, the badgers I know, I would not want to pet. How's that?
Oh,
Well,
they got
I mean-
teeth for days.
That's fast.
American badgers.
Arm off at the elbow.
Yeah. Yeah. they might.
Well, I mean, it's go visit your mystery man and his person. Sorry, I don't want to assume person in their room.
Could
Or go talk to.
I mean, if you need help, sure.
did the other elf leave the area, or is he still in the bar?
He's actually came back from the bar and is sitting back at the table, having drinks with the other two.
Okay. Yeah. So
Doesn't get weird.
So he's back at his table, not in his room.
Right.
Okay.
I think I should go up and check on what might be in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Sebastian, you want to come with? And I know it's kind of kinky, but
If you would like me to make certain that you are safe, I will go with
I gotta guard his chastity well.
you. Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Tell me you said that out loud.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. She says it looking you directly in the eye.
Imagine something like a woman that says, "Halflings have hang-ups."
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
Halflings have hang-ups.
Hang-ups.
Not really.
Hmm.
Short.
Smells. Sebastian stands up, takes more of the water off him, and the two of them, he'll follow wherever you're telling him to go because you've got a key with a room number, I'm assuming.
Okay.
Okay. So you two head upstairs. Is there anything else anyone else wants to do down here while they go upstairs?
Do I see anybody who gives off an air of nobility?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh, okay. That's 25.
25. Yes. There is a gentleman in one of the nicer northern. It's like the northeast side of the tavern. It's actually an elevated position, right? And it's kind of like got its own area, and it's half curtained off. But you can see enough inside it. You see a larger, rotund man covered in jewels and jewelry. The jewelry itself is a blue, like the metal is bluish, with pinkish flecks in it, and lots of jewels inside the jewelry. He looks like he's playing cards against another man, and they're pushing those bars back and forth that I had pointed out to Sebastian. So it's that card game. Two of the gentlemen there look like they're nobles. The other one looks like he is are merchants, and one of them is definitely a nobleman. The two merchants seem to be talking back and forth as they're playing cards. Seems to be a high stakes poker game. A 3-dragon ante. Yeah, you just mentioned it earlier.
Oh, yeah, because I've got 20 good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I haven't decided yet if I want to do that. But
Okay. So, upstairs. All right. You head upstairs. It is on the 3rd floor and is the backmost room. You notice the 3rd floor rooms are not quite as nice looking. They don't have as nice doors. They don't seem to be at least have like width between the doors, representing how big the rooms are. And it is the farthest corner room. It is room 325, right? There's about 15 rooms on each floor. It's a very large inn.
I was gonna say it's a big damn inn.
Oh yeah, it's a huge inn. It's big enough that it has its own stable. So you go to the back room with Sebastian, and you hear as you start to get closer, roll me an insight check.
Just him or both of us?
Just him.
20.
20. You feel the fall court presence as you start to get closer. Right? You can smell it on the wind. You can feel it on your skin. As you are from Mithras, you're used to being around courtiers and courtier lands. It's almost feel like you're walking into fall court territory as you're starting to get closer to this back room. You knock on the door.
When you say feel the presence, like an actual person?
Like, I'll say since you rolled a 20, like the area has been consecrated in some way towards the fall court.
Okay. Yeah, I'll knock, see if there's a response.
You hear whispers on the other side of the door. As soon as you knock, the whispers stop. You hear, door opens. As it is a very short individual with very sharp, sleek, and almost takes you by surprise, goblinish features. Opens the door. The man is about 3.5 feet tall. He wears a long red cap, and as he opens up the door, he says, in Old Felorian, "Can I help you, humans?"
Uh, do, would I recognize the creature as being
Fish?
Yeah.
You would recognize it. Let me look at the lineages. This one is a specific lineage that is available in Fakin. He is a hobkin. Small, mischievous bay. He, though you would recognize as a red cat. She's more martial. They're known more for their sleepways. They're known to be a little bloodthirsty. They like getting in fights. They're known to kill people and dip their hats in the blood. Thus, the blood becomes more red and they become strong. How they become more strong within their fish nature.
I'll say in in uh, what's the language?
Mithrian.
Mithrin. Yeah.
You also just say Sylvan. That's fine too.
Okay.
They're both the same.
I'll say though I may look like a human, looks can be deceiving.
One moment. Shuts the door. Here's some whispering on the other side.
Can I hear those whisperings with a perception?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception check.
That was my new favorite skill. I'm assuming you get an advantage on this because it's hearing?
Yeah.
24.
24.
Roll with 13.
Sounds good. Do you speak Sylvan or Mithrian?
But not speak still around Mithrian. No, I do not. But Hervé does. Can he get a roll?
I'll say since you're hearing it, I'll allow Hervé to translate.
Okay.
They're debating on whether to check out the door or to run. And
Ask them.
go ahead.
Ask them to please not run quiet. Say it directly to Jamalis.
Okay. I'll whisper that or loudly whisper.
Roll a persuasion check.
Just here to talk.
Not my best roll. 7.
7. They're whispering back and forth a little bit more. Hervé's like, something about, no, we can't run. We've been hired for a job. And that's about all I get. You hear the whispering stop and the door opens again. And he pulls out what looks to be a magnifying glass and he says, he looks down the hall. And he closes the door. And you hear whispering again. He's like, oh, he's casting a spell, is what you hear from Hervé. Finishes casting the spell, and he reopens the door. And he takes the magnifying glass and he points it up towards you two. You guys also have disguises on, so I have to try to figure out if I can pierce the disguise. Nope.
Yeah.
Bearded humans. Go away, please. As they say in Old Felorian. We're just normal people, normal travelers, and we're just trying to be left alone. We paid for this room.
I'll say in Sylvan, I have a key.
Open up the door.
And I'll say an Old Felorian. We'll leave if that's what you want. But you invited us.
He opens up the door. He says, I don't remember inviting you. Show me the key. Can I look at the key?
Oh, I'll swear in Orcish.
Okay. So
Did I get their attention?
you swear in Griggle Donnie, right?
Well, sure. Is that what the language would be? Great. We
Well,
just saved the language.
Yeah, because there's no Orcish, right? There's Griggle-Donnian in your
Right.
realm. But you swear in Griggle-Donnie, and he kind of looks up. Does he know that language? I will say a 5 above. 5 above. As he opens up the door, he says, "Where did you learn that tongue from?" As he opens up the door, he starts saying, "Show me the key." And he hears him cursing Griggle-Donnie. He says, "Where did you learn that tongue from?"
My mother. And smile really big.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you happen to be? Let's go back and forth really quick, very softly. Hervé did not catch what he said, and he goes back.
Sure.
He says, "Did you happen to be members of the Amber family?"
Why would you ask that?
Roll me a deception versus his insight.
Oh, yeah, you're damn right I will. Get the insight as to why he's asking?
Roll your deception first.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's not bad. Actually, my stats are pretty good. I'm okay with this. Right until I roll a 1. I get a luck point. Hey, look at that. May I still get the insights?
What did you get for the deception?
Total of 7. I rolled a 1.
Oh well, take
My
your
deception?
take your luck point. Go ahead and roll an insight now. Since you rolled kind of low, I'll give you a disadvantage though on the insight.
Oh, damn it, I just rolled a 20. Natural.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to believe this. I rolled a second 20.
Oh wow.
Uh,
I rolled a 1 and 2 20s. This is not a this is a weird game. So the insight is a 27.
Insight is a 27. You feel like you failed your deception. You've definitely made your insight. You see a glint of a bloody hook scythe on the other side as he says this.
A glimpse of a bloody what?
It's basically a large hook with a sharpened edge.
Yeah, okay.
He's probably asking because how else would he know you're an Amber unless he was hired to kill you?
Ah, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to be in initiative at the start of next game with you two upstairs. Downstairs, during this time, the man with the book has closed it, and he's kind of looking in your guys' direction, and he kind of gets up and starts walking there. And as he walks towards there, he takes the book, puts it in, has it in his hand, and as he walks towards you, he sets it down on the table in front of you. It says the Journal of Sebastian Amber. And he says, as he looks towards you, Penny, you look just like your picture. I've been waiting here for a week. We have to get out of here. The assassins are upstairs. He says in Carthalian. That's where I'm going to end the session for you guys.
Aren't you glad I didn't go alone there, Demelis?
Yeah.
When we talk about spicy macrame, this is not what we meant.
But your chastity is intact.
That's right.
Oh, I forgot to mention.
No, they're about to try and pop this cherry.
I'm sorry. He did say one more thing before that. I forgot to introduce him.
Okay.
Shit. Give me a second. It is. Sorry. He says, "My name is Antul Destamps Fitzamber." As he puts the book down, as he introduces himself.
You're going to paste that into the chat.
It's also in the family doctrine as well. I've given it a full write-up and with a picture.
Under the lexicon?
Cool.
What was his first name?
Antul Destamps, I can't pronounce that name right. Fitzamber.
He's a bastard like the rest of us.
Hey, Two of us had that last name before you got here.
On the lexicon?
No, it's in the family.
Okay.
thing.
I'm like, what the? He's not there.
He's there now.
Family tree?
Yeah, he's
No,
on.
look family tree.
Look under family bios. He's not in the tree.
Okay.
Ansel, what?
I can't pronounce it.
Antle Deschamps. That's Amber.
Yeah, I'm not saying it with that name.
Okay. I am having a hard time finding this, Tony.
It's right. It's like
What page is it? Just give her the page.
I don't know what page it is.
Okay, that is the right one.
Yeah.
It's not showing up on my copy of the same.
Oh,
Mine either.
try refreshing. Should
I
be.
just opened the thing.
Yeah, I'm with her.
I don't know. I have it in there. Is there a way to? There's no save button. It's supposed to be. I put this in here like an hour.
Wait a second.
Ah, okay. I found it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right
Where is
after
it?
Antoine. It's just not showing up on the table of contents deal.
Oh, it's because we have to refresh it. I can do that. But go in on the top right. There's a little update, and I just hit it, and it should pop up now if you refresh.
Oh my.
Sorry, I should have hit that refresh button there.
Got him.
Anyway, I will add that to secrets. A little bit of a late start, but you guys learned 2 secrets, the name of the one-armed man, and you both learned through alternate means the assassins are upstairs. I love it. Good job, guys. We'll start as is tradition. We'll start the game in combat next episode, and we'll see how that goes.
But every other episode, isn't it?
Every other episode. You know what? We could break that cold streak.
Mm.
Good
With
job, guys.
spicy macrame.
Very spicy macrame. Speaking of that, I will end that.